With Jaje's album coming out sometime within the next 5-ish years, let's look at what we know so far and what we can expect from this album. But most importantly, will it be any good? Will it? I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. First off, let's establish who Josh A is. Josh is a Florida rapper, although he's not cool enough to wear that badge. He's not a factor. Alright, we all caught up? Good. So far, we know that Josh's profile on Twitter is very likely to be the album cover. Almost confirmed to be, actually. As one of Josh's friends and longtime supporters made a tweet saying, "What a time to be a music fan," while attaching a few album covers of upcoming albums this year, including Josh's next project. Looking at the cover, it's definitely a cover. I mean, there's a person, a background, a couple more people. On a real note, it looks just like the Disgrace album cover, because, you know, fire. Except this time, Josh is a flaming hot, crunchy bag of Takis. He's just one giant big Taki right there. So this is clearly Disgrace Josh, maybe a new version of him. As we saw in Fearless 2, both Fearless 1 and Fearless 2 Joshes are two separate different people. This could be the same case, as each project of Josh's sounds almost entirely different than the last. Just don't include any recent Lil Revive project in that statement, categorizing each sound with a different variation of Josh. If I had to say Josh one more fucking time. Which leads us to the question, will Josh's next project be a continuation of the Fearless 2 story? I believe it will be. Just as much as I think the Grim Reaper cover art was also connected to the story somehow. But that's a topic for another day. As pointed out by many fans, the people in the background of the new project's cover art looks like they could be things called the Fredericks that are located hidden throughout a lot of Josh's covers. Most iconically, the You're Not Alone album cover, which is one of the few times they appear as human-like figures. Fredericks are basically creatures that you turn into if you stay in Grim Peaks for too long. It's something Lil Revive is slowly turning into, and is why he looks like the way he does, and why he wants to escape so badly. So with the Fredericks in the album cover, it 100% makes sense that this new Josh project would continue the story after we saw Lil Revive completely take over Grim Peaks and Hellraiser. I mean, he fucking killed everyone. Maybe this will be the album that Lil Revive finally escapes and finds Josh, and they become gay lovers. Or maybe we'll just get, you know, a little Revive boss battle, you know, that's not as cool. However the fuck that would work anyway. Like, are they just gonna start rap battling? Like fucking Eminem on stage? Like, what's gonna happen? Nowhere we're getting any sort of visuals to show them actually fighting. Like, we're not gonna get an animation, we're not gonna get a music video. Although a music video would be cool nowadays. I would love for a music video, but Josh is never gonna do that. But if this album does include Lil Revive, then wouldn't it make sense to include Lil Revive sounding songs? I don't mean like the newer stuff, the Grim Peaks 4 and the Grim Christmas and the Grim Hanukkah, whatever. I'm saying more of like Grim Peaks 1, 2, 3, and not the 4th. Similar to old snippets Josh gave us almost 3 years ago. That sounds so fucking good. And we're all dying to see them as real songs, but Josh, nope, just gonna throw them all away because no one wants to hear these. Yeah, I want them, Josh. I want those songs, Josh. Yeah, let's look at some of them. First, we have Bitter Soul, which does sound more Lil Revive-like rather than a Josh song. I don't think we'll ever see this one. All these snippets were archived as Lonely Vibes was being worked on still, so they're all likely scrapped, deleted, stomped on, caught on fire, stabbed with a knife, and then shat on. Then we have Antidepressant Kid. That flow, bro. I can't put a finger on what exactly project of Josh's that sounds like, but dude, if this is a finished song, I need it. I know it doesn't sound like Disgrace at all. I know that, but I want the song, Josh. I want it. Give me it. Changing my mind. I'm changing my mind. I don't want to die, but everything I said I'm falling behind. I'm paying the price. I'm speechless. I need this one. I never knew I could relate so much to so little words. Lastly, we have Drag Me to Hell. So drag me to hell, burn the omens and all the oceans. I got to. If any of these sound like Disgrace, it's this one. This is the most Disgrace sounding song snippet thing ever. This is Disgrace right here. But again, they're all many years old, and just like the Vulture snippet, it'll be changed completely. Fans will get angry that it's not the same snippet they've listened to on loop for many hours. I'm changing my mind. I don't wanna die. I'm falling behind. Sorry. Bro, though, I like the snippet for Vultures, but I like the full release one just as much. The snippet was years old when Josh had to recreate it, so of course he'd have different visions on how he wanted it to sound. That was the whole point of Fearless 2. Recreate those old sounds in new ways. But after all the hate that the community's given Josh for Fearless 2, Phonk Demon, Grim Peaks 4, and Grim Christmas, I'm just lucky to have another album on the way. If I was Josh, I would have just quit. I would have created a new account under a different rapper name. Maybe just start making country music or something. I don't know. I do have high hopes for this project. I think Josh has had plenty of time to reflect on the community's very constructed criticism, and I can't wait for Josh's internet speed to finally pick back up and go up just that one little more percentage. Like, please, Josh, I want this album before I retire in 86 years.